Hello my fellow perfume lovers, I'm really happy to see you on my channel, and in today's video I want to talk about summer gourmands. And now it really is the best time to wear all the summer fragrances, all the summer gourmands, and that's why I really wanted to make this video for you guys. And if this is something that you're into, then please stay tuned. And I would like to start with the fragrance probably a lot of you know, and it's Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali. And this is such a good pistachio fragrance that works year-round because it is gourmand, it is sweet, but it's very well balanced, and also it's not overpowering, it's not cloying. There's even an element of freshness in the opening. Maybe it's coming from bergamot, but like when you just spray it, you get this kind of blast of something fresh, and it almost doesn't even smell like a gourmand in the beginning. Do not worry, it will definitely turn into full-blown gourmand, and it will smell like a pistachio ice cream. It smells like pistachio, definitely you get a lot of it here. It smells like the whipped cream, like ice cream, like some dessert, you know, that has nuts in it and that has lots of cream in it as well. Overall, I'm really happy with this fragrance, and it kind of balances very well the, you know, being a perfume but also kind of smelling like dessert, but still does not turn into a full-blown food-like type of smell, which I really like and appreciate. And to this day, this is probably one of my favorite pistachio scents. It just smells good and it smells sophisticated enough for a gourmand. But overall, of course, it is mostly playful, flirty, kind of easygoing type of perfume that you can just wear for any occasion, but of course mostly casual occasions. And if you're a lover of pistachio note, I think that you must try this scent as well. And since we're already speaking about Kayali, let's talk about Capri in a bottle. And this is like a lemony, sugary gourmand. Lemon and sugar are super pronounced here. I would say it's mostly about lemon and it is mostly about sugar, and the rest of the notes are kind of supporting, but nonetheless they're still pretty prominent. I smell something slightly floral that's probably coming from freesia. There's also a bit of raspberry, but it's just a touch, and in the base there's vanilla and musk. But overall, you know, just smells like a very lemony, very sugary dessert, and it is sweet and it is dense, but it still has a bit of airiness in it. It's definitely, I would say, more sweet and more dense than Yum Pistachio Gelato, and it's more gourmand, you know, and it's more kind of thick. So if you're really sensitive to like intense sweetness, be careful with it in the summer. But I still think that it works because it's just kind of such a happy summery smell, you know. It's not your typical like kind of cold weather gourmand. It's mostly like a summer weather type of gourmand that is not gonna be overpowering or cloying. I remember last summer I was wearing it in the very hot weather and it did not bother me at all, and that was a lemon Capri in a bottle by Kayali. And next perfume is Acqua y Zucchero by Parfumum Roma. And this perfume is very bright, very airy and refreshing. It almost kind of smells like you're drinking fruity lemonade in a very hot weather, and that lemonade is like ice cold, you know. It's very refreshing, and it is sweet, and to my nose, you know, it's gourmand because it has vanilla, it has the fruity notes, it has berries in it, but it still, you know, retains this very airy, transparent quality about it that does not let it become overpowering or cloying. Out of all the scents that I will discuss today, this is probably the most light in terms of kind of its scent profile. You know, this perfume lasts a long time. This perfume house overall is known for producing very long-lasting perfumes because they are kind of oils, and they suggest that you rub it in your skin, and it does really last a long time. But it's very light scent in and of itself, and that's why it's super easy to wear in the summer weather. And if you're a fan of vanilla, if you like berries, if you like a slight hint of musk, then I'm sure you will love it. This fragrance is definitely hard not to like, and I would say they would be a safe blind buy or a safe gift because it's just so pleasant, so easygoing, and there's nothing overpowering about it, and it's also linear, like meaning that it will not really change from, you know, beginning to the dry down. You're gonna be getting mostly the same scent, and there's definitely a beauty in it as well. And since we are talking about berries and fruits, I thought it would be fitting to mention Kurky as well because it has raspberry, peach, and other fruity notes. And of course, it has musk, some like candied kind of accords around it, and vanilla. But overall, I would say that, this kind of gummy bear candy smell is very prominent. Fruity notes are also very prominent, and musk. That's why I feel like musk really makes this scent like a sophisticated, grown-up type of gourmand. It's still very playful, it is easygoing, it's lightweight, but it does not smell like something like a 10-year-old would want to wear and smell like, because there's this musk that, takes it to the next level. And that's why I think Kurky is like a true gourmand for grown-ups. And I really, really love it. I've been wearing it a lot. And I think that if you like this kind of like easygoing, lightweight, candy type of gourmands, but you want them to not smell very childish or juvenile, then you will probably like Kurky. And do not worry about musk. I'm super sensitive to screechy artificial musks. It's not artificial or screechy here at all, so do not have any reservations about this note in this perfume. And next perfume I want to talk about is High Tea by Brown Girl Jane. And by the name of it and by the notes, you would have thought, just like I did, that this perfume is gonna smell very sweet, very gourmand, and like pastries, and it does not. When I first sprayed it, it did kind of smell like that. I got a lot of biscotti, cookie-like type of smell, macaroons, I got a very, very gourmand type of fragrance. But all the other sprays and, all the other times since I've worn it, it just doesn't smell like it anymore. Instead of all that, I get lots of freesia. It's very like a warm floral. There's also orange flower water. It kind of smells a bit orangey, but not overpoweringly orange. And then, you do get some hints of macaroons, some hints of biscotti, but like I've said, it's not prominent whatsoever. And if you're into like a warm, gourmandish floral scent, then you might like High Tea, and I highly suggest it because it smells like a person who is at a tea ceremony wearing it. It doesn't smell like the tea ceremony itself or like the tea or desserts. It just smells like the person, who is attending this ceremony. It smells sweet, kind of, lightly sophisticated and a little bit elegant, but still maintaining this playful part in itself. And that's why I like High Tea by Brown Girl Jane. And the next perfume is No Limit by Finity Parfum. I actually discovered this fragrance last summer, so a year ago, and for some reason I still haven't spoken about it on my channel, and I decided to fix it in this video because it's a really, really nice true gourmand that you can wear in the summer. Like, it is very sweet, it is very gourmand, but also it has the, traditional summery notes like coconut and ylang ylang and fruity notes. And I feel like those notes are what makes it possible to wear in the summer, and that doesn't take it into very heavy glowing direction of like heavy gourmands. And for me, the primary notes in this fragrance are caramel and coconut. If you like these two notes, you'll probably like No Limit because it smells like a coconut cake with like flakes, like coconutty flakes. It just smells so good, so caramelly, very sweet. But there are also, the fruity accords and ylang ylang that is not overbearing in any way. It's just like a little hint, a little hint of something tropical, of something floral, and overall it's a very well balanced composition. And even though it does, smell kind of like food and it smells very gourmand, it still, like I've said, retains the perfume quality, which I really like. And I also, in this video, I tried to mention all the perfumes that kind of still retain the perfume quality because that's what I personally like. I do not like perfumes that smell completely like food, like chocolatey scents. Usually they're not for me just because they straight up smell like food, and I do not really want to smell like food. And the next perfume is Siwa by Memo Paris. And I feel like this perfume is never talked about, and I don't really know the reason because it's a beautiful perfume. It's like borderline gourmand, and people are crazy about gourmands right now, but nobody talks about Siwa, and of course I'm here to fix that. And so this perfume is also pretty floral, but it is also pretty gourmand. Like, there's lots of narcissus, and it's very kind of like natural type of narcissus. It smells like pollen. It smells like you're in an open field full of those blooming flowers. Like it smells very yellow, it smells like sunshine. It's very, very prominent. And if you're not into that note, if you're not into something slightly dusty and powdery, then you might not like it. But if you are, then definitely try it. It almost kind of reminds me of mimosa in terms of texture, you know, not in terms of smell. It does not smell like mimosa, but in terms of texture, mimosa also has this kind of like dusty pollen-like quality, and that's what narcissus smells like to me. I hope you guys understood what I mean. And so then I also get a very, very prominent heliotrope note that adds to dustiness and powderiness. And then there's vanilla, musk, and freesia. Overall, it's a very, very beautiful scent, and it kind of gives me like slight popcorny quality, which I find very interesting because there's nothing that really would suggest that there is popcorn, but I love it a lot. And if you like natural smelling florals with some gourmand undertones, I'm pretty sure you will like Siwa. And last but not least is my latest discovery, and it's Sunset Caramel by Cave. And this fragrance surprised me a lot because looking at the notes, I thought it might be too dense and too heavy for summer, but it is not. It combines lots of notes and lots of accords. It has white florals, it has fruits, there's like peach, something fuzzy about it, but it's also lactonic, it's also caramelly, and there's something like fluffy and milky in there, something slightly powdery as well. It opens quite like play-doughy, but it quickly goes away, so do not be afraid of it here. If you spray and you know, smell something play-doughy, it is going to quickly go away, and you'll be left with slightly powdery, like fruity florals, and of course it will be all laying on the base of like vanilla, caramel, and something milky and lactonic. It's really beautiful scent, and it's not heavy or overpowering, and so I thought it would be really nice to mention this fragrance because it really is the good time to wear it right now. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really hope that you liked it, and I really hope that you discovered some new scents for yourself. And please let me know what are your favorite summer gourmands to wear. I'll be really waiting for your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!